miss me?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, I know. Yes. We were cool. We were definitely flirty.
Okay.
And there were some crushes and some hangouts. Yeah. But we were both outside still.
Oh, period. That's what she said.
I'm serious. I'm so serious.
She's not gay, but she likes Liz.
People, please hold on to your seats. While playing like a thug on the court, dragging hair, throwing elbows, and gouging eyes, Dijonai Carrington was just caught red-handed in a controversy so explosive that it is rocking the WNBA to its foundation. Additionally, she's been openly flirting with Paige Buchers while displaying her so-called lesbian pride in public as if it were a perverted badge of honor. To be clear, her parents are incensed. Children who watch this league are made to see these repulsive, hypersexualized stunts that pass as empowerment.
Carrington just bring up racism. She brought up bigotry. She brought up misogyny. She brought up, intersectionalities. She brought up all of these different things. And why is that important? Because the society that we live in, of course, xenophobia, homophobia, she brought all of that up. Why is it important to point that out? So when Carrington spoke up, I got where she was coming from.
No responsibility, none. The WNBA is going to allow players like this to wreck this league. They got a massive influx of sports fans into their league that have actually watched good professional leagues. NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, the Big Four, right? That are out there that have watched all this.
Dirty basketball, Dijonai Carrington, and flagrant fouls. How come every time I'm watching a flagrant foul, you're committing the foul?
It's back in the headlines after she unloaded on fans for calling her out. Many fans in the league want Dijonai Carrington to get the hell out of Dodge, and I'm here to tell you, dog, that is definitely on the agenda from these fans. And I'll be the first one to tell you something has to get done with this assaulting players, bro. It started to become a habit with her assaulting people, and
The worst part, though, is that Commissioner Kathy Angelbert remained silent. Just crickets, no suspensions, no investigations. Even if players like Caitlin Clark are literally in jeopardy due to Carrington's dirtiest fouls. So let me ask you a direct question. Please leave your response below, but know that this is only the beginning. Do you believe that the WNBA's obvious double standard, which protects players who promote this crap while punishing anyone who tries to call it out, will eventually cause fans to desert the league? Well, look who's becoming hot all of a sudden.
Now, this is what she just stated. She stated, y'all fans swear I'm such a dirty player. I'm so over this narrative because if you really know ball, you know I just play hard as and never give up on a play. And yep, we challenged the last couple flagrants and ended because I'm all. Dijonai Carrington is sitting up here really trying to downplay this whole situation.
In my video earlier, but she's made comments about that dirty ass flagrant foul against Skylar Diggins last night. But there's this. This is Gabby Williams trying to throw up a shot, and Dijonai's all up on her. And guess what? Comes down, rolls her ankle on the top of Dijonai's foot. I mean, she's getting crushed over this. The shot was gone, no way to block it, no reason to get in Williams' landing zone. Thug play. She's getting crushed. One of the dirtiest players in the game. This is insane. Dijonai Carrington doing Dijonai things. I mean, seriously, what are we doing? Of course, this is the eye gouge, the Freddy Krueger claws heard around the world last year as she tried to, it looks to me like, and I'm going to tell you, in my opinion, how I interpreted it, is it looks like she's trying to scoop out Caitlin Clark's eyeball.
Let's break through the WNBA's public relations charade today. There is more to this than Dijonai Carrington being exposed for her repulsive covert liaisons with Paige Bucher. Oh no, this is about a league that is ready to allow players like Carrington to to transform the floor into a thug playground because it is so anxious to preserve its preferred narratives. Hair being pulled, elbows flying, and now a covert drama that would make a reality TV producer blush. But hold on, this is when things get crazy. We're discussing a pattern of Carrington's inappropriate interactions with Paige Buchers that were captured on tape, not simply a few leaked flirtatious snippets. Huddles and whispers that imply boundaries breached with lingering touches. To be clear, this isn't a team-building exercise. This is confidence disguised as predatory emotions. What about the filthiest birds in Carrington that the league continues to ignore? The methods she uses to intimidate Caitlin Clark and others include the hair pulling the hip checks and the elbow to the ribs. Where is the suspension? The commissioner's utter silence speaks for itself. Due to false allegations of racism, she is prepared to launch an investigation into Indiana Fever supporters. However, she goes into overdrive to look into Caitlin Clark's followers for unfounded allegations after one of her protected class players, like Carrington Crickets, raises a hypocritical alarm. Parents are incensed. Now, when their children are watching these games, parents must explain why a WNBA thug model is acting like a villain from the Mean Girls reboot. Threats of boycotts are already popular. Here's the twist though. Carrington is not behaving by himself. Watch to find out who else in the league is supporting this poisonous circle. This is no longer basketball. It's the WNBA drama division of CSI. Additionally, the amount of proof is increasing every minute.
Does the old Zaza Pachulia to Kawhi Leonard, let me just stick my foot right in there. Now, was this on purpose? I don't know. But what about Dijonai Carrington's history makes you want to give her the benefit of the doubt? I'm waiting. You see? You see, what about Dijonai Carrington's history wants you to give her the benefit of the doubt? And Dijonai Carrington, she's so distraught. She's so flustered by possibly getting a flagrant foul called on her. You know what she does? Dijonai Carrington, she does the old AJ Brown, but instead of reading a book to keep calm, Dijonai, she's meditating.
Upgraded to a flagrant.
She's trying to keep her calm. Yes, Dijonai. Yes.
The Dijonai Carrington foul from the other day, because the fact is, Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner, Adam Silver, the NBA's commissioner, they need to continue to have pressure put on them, the league as a whole, until they decide to do something like, look, when I see a $100,000 fine come out, and I understand what their salaries are, I don't care. Till I see something like that, till I see what really ought to be like a 10-game suspension or something like that. There should be something significant that is going to send a message saying that there is no longer going to be this tolerance for this kind of dirty play. And it is what it is. It's dirty play. It's foul play. Some of these players wouldn't know nothing about that. Anyway, with a big fat D, it's dirty. All right? And my God, and then when you call them out, the said player starts attacking fans. This league is crazy. It's crazy.
Would you let your daughter to remain enamored with a player who handles the court like her own personal drama? I'll explain in 60 seconds how Carrington's encounters with Paige Buchers turned from court rumors to a leaked nightmare, and the reasons behind Kathy Angelbert's impending radio silence. Let's replay the tape frame by frame, because what we're going to analyze is a masterwork of WNBA hypocrisy, not simply drama. A leaked tape that has since gone thermonuclear was the beginning of it all. Cameras captured Dijonai Carrington leaning too close to Paige Buchers during a post-game huddle, whispering something that caused Paige's face to freeze, as if she had just seen a ghost. And people, this wasn't just some harmless, friendly game talk. Experts in body language are referring to it as textbook boundary crossing with persistent touches, intrusive closeness, and a tone that shouts, "This isn't your typical teammate vibe." But hold on, things get worse. Paige received screenshots, of Carrington's purportedly private DMS from sources within the locker area. I will not read them word for word. Let's just say that they include statements like, "You ever think about what we could do off the court, even though this is a family channel? Don't tell the coach that I sent this creepy. Completely unexpected. If you have observed Carrington's track record, then no." Let's now discuss Paige. This Netflix drama isn't scripted. This is quite uncomfortable. When Carrington encroaches on Paige's personal space in the leaked video, Paige flinches. Fast forward to their subsequent press appearance, where Paige is stone-faced and evading questions with robotic responses. Our attention is on basketball. In other words, rescue me from this horror. The kicker is this. According to insiders, Paige demanded a no-contact policy with Carrington during practices and went straight to management. However, the league buried it. You guessed it. There was radio silence, no statement, no investigation. For heaven's sake, they won't hold their thug neighboring darling accountable. However, the flirtation isn't the true controversy. Carrington has gotten away with risky, dirty play for years because of it. Let's examine her best songs. The "A Hair Pull" that was heard worldwide recall that the referees declared it a common foul when she pulled the Sparks player during the last game. Carrington unintentionally scraped her fingernails into Caitlin Clark's eyes last year. Carrington grinned as Clark hobbled away, saying, "No flagrant, no fine." Now contrast this with the way the Indiana Fever fan was handled by Commissioner Kathy Angelbert. Racist hoax. After Angel Reese makes unfounded allegations, Angelbert begins an extensive FBI-level investigation that includes news appearances and comments promoting virtue. However, when Carrington is truly putting players in risk and ignoring Paige, it's birds or crickets. What no one is discussing, though, is what if Carrington's whole character is a staged show that persists? We have receipts. We're revealing the WNBA's most blatant double standard yet in 60 seconds. Would you allow your child to wear a Carrington jersey after this? Why celebrities like Caitlin Clark are condemned for their existence while protected athletes like Carrington are allowed to play under mafia rules? The way the WNBA handled Caitlin Clark's first season is creating a risky precedent. The league will send a strong message if it ignores targeted physicality against her, such as DJI Carrington's UNFL Ned hip checks and Shaq V's. Superstar talent is not safeguarded, they are punished. Why? Because the league's old guard gets more involved whenever Clark's jersey sales soar or her games surpass attendance records. Perhaps jealousy, but institutional insecurity is the true problem. A concern that rising stars could overshadow the current story. The ripple effect is shown here. Players like Carrington are encouraged to step up when they witness the league rewarding careless play with publicity and no repercussions. Rookies like Clark, whose safety is sacrificed for drama-driven ratings, pay the price for thinking harder, fouling, acting braver, and breaking the rules. Leverage for Boycott's fans are powerful. Actual strength viewers can use their remote controls to cast their votes if the WNBA doesn't enforce uniform rules. A boycott is about demanding transparency, not about detesting the game. No more fictitious inquiries into fictitious fan misconduct while ignoring actual player-to-player aggression. However, nobody is questioning what would happen if another leaked tape surfaced that revealed DJI Carrington's exact DNA. Stay put. The WNBA's worst-kept secret is a shadow hierarchy, where some players operate beyond the law while being protected by a combination of political armor and celebrity power. This narrative is far from done. While newcomers like Caitlin Clark are condemned for just existing, others push limits and hurl elbows and mutter threats. The league brass, however, ignores this, referencing ghostly fouls on the unverified Commissioner Angelbert's rehearsed speech about equity is cut to anarchy when a protected class veteran thrusts a shoulder into a rookie's ribs or invades a teammate's personal space, investigating fan rumors quickly but avoiding taking responsibility for player violence. The message is unambiguous. Game allegiance is subordinated to story fidelity. What's left of a league that is losing credibility? Fans whisper, why bother? This isn't sustainable, as arenas hum with empty seats and parents delete apps due to role model whiplash. It's a hypocritical Ponzi scheme. Additionally, don't count on Engelbert's press releases to save the House of Cards when it finally falls apart due to its own hypocrisy. Who is left with the shattered pieces? The players who performed well, the supporters who showed concern, and the rookies who merited better. The million-dollar question is now, what will the WNBA do next? Double down on denial or at last tidy up the house, for this powder keg is already ablaze. If you are responsible for the team, hit the like button. To avoid missing the impending implosion, hit the bell and subscribe before the next leak occurs. Oh, and don't make any predictions. As the flames increase, will the league awaken or continue to sleep? Your voice is what keeps this discourse going. Don't merely observe history burn. Take ownership of your portion.